Hi there, we are back for another episode of Shadowbringers. In this episode we want to do the level 80 tank roll quest. And we are here in Ilmac at X 22.6 by 4.0 Z 1.0 and we have to talk to Sul-Ol. To have laughed and lost. So, Battle Dance, Savage Aim and Savage Might Materia Grade 7. Sul-Ol is eager to hear what Granson has to say. Granson, I have given you ample time to consider the path that has brought you here, and where it invariably leads all who walk it. I didn't know what to do after I lost Melinda, how to mourn her or how to live. I felt that if I put it all on Dikaiosun, put my everything into the hand, that at least I wouldn't have to think about myself or what comes next. I wanted to hollow myself out and fill up that hole with hate. Forget who I was, and irony of ironies, that's just what the poor bastard tried to do to himself a century ago, too, isn't it? Huh. Hard man making hard choices. What rot. Hold on to Melinda and the memories you shared. Let that laugh guide you. Did not of Dikaiosun but Brandon. Grant him peace and you will find your own. Yes, grant him peace. Maybe. Still, that thing's no more than a mindless eater. Nothing it can say or do to make it right. So I'll finish the hunt for Melinda and for Brandon. And then I'll move on. Move on, you say? I can't live off hate. Shouldn't have made it this far, frankly. And the more I try to reach for it, the more I find sorrow, pity. Curse not fate, but mourn her victims. Remember the dead as they lived. Aye, something like that. Recon Sweet would agree. And Melinda, if she were here, would probably slap me a dozen times and call me a bloody fool for acting the way I have. Or maybe you've been thinking about doing that in her stead, huh? Apologies for treating you with such disrespect before, Sul-Ol. I'd like to claim I finally understand what you've been trying to tell me all this time, but I'm still getting my head around it. Recognizing your faults is the first and most important step. I will tell you what I know of the claws of Ortus. The ring, together with the bracelet and choker, were 3 relics passed down through the royal family over generations, signifying the owner's right to rule. Princess Soldia was the last of her line, and after her death, they were stored in a sanctuary for safekeeping. However, a year ago, a band of thieves learned of its existence. The ones who stole the fangs and eyes of Ortus? Yes, the relics were concealed with magical wards. I can only presume that once they were spirited away, Dikaiosun was then able to sense their presence. Even in death, a slave to duty, you said? You think he pursued the thieves out of an instinctive loyalty to his princess? That I do. After all, he was content to leave them be so long as they remained hidden. Only 2 of the 3 were taken. Then the third is still. Claim the claws of Ortus, and he will surely come for you, yes. Tim Gaius is where you must go. Once you arrive at the place I marked on your map, cast this powder into the air. The glamour will fade and you will see the chest with the ring. The rest is up to you. Thank you, Sul-Ol. I promise we will bring your friend peace. With me, sinner. And may you find peace as well, child. Ah. And here we have our solo duty. And before I start, I want to show you my gear. See, so I'm wearing item level 418 and 412 and 406. So I have an average item level of 414. Let's see. And start. This is the powder. And we are level synced to level 80 and item level 420. Proceed. You toss the powder into the air, and as it slowly settles to the earth as twinkling motes of light, a coffer begins to take shape. This must be the claws of Ortus. All that's left is to decide when and where we want to confront the Eater. Or we could deal with it here and now. Speak of the devil and he shall appear. Hey there, old man. I don't know you, and you don't know me, but I know your story. I know this isn't you. And I know if Lady Soldia was here, she would say the same thing. It will all be over soon, I promise you. Wow. Safe zone? Okay. It's similar to the areas in the level 79 dungeon. The second boss. Not exactly the same, but reminds me on the second boss. Don't die, please don't die. No, not again. Please survive. Whoa, that was close. Damn, Ida, let him go. He's not your bloody puppet. Huh, finally. You watching, Melinda? Now, and ever after, my lady soldier, my sword is yours to command. Brandon, he's still in there. I'll not hesitate again. No matter the cost, no matter the sacrifice. Wait, is he trapped in the memory still? You are wrong, Brandon. That's not what she would want. Let go of your anger. Let go of her. But that would make me lesser in your eyes, wouldn't it? To shoulder a burden that need not be mine. No, I will not forsake compassion and love. I will not dishonor your memory. Oh, my Lady Soldia. He's gone. And with that, the three treasures of the royal family are reunited. And now we just got to find a place to stick them so that no scavenger ever stumbles upon them again. Least we can do for the princess and her knight, am I right? Maybe Sul-Ol will have some ideas. Let's head back to Plaini. It is done. Brandon has been laid to rest. You saw us when we arrived. Do you really have to ask? No, I suppose not. Oh, my dear friend, I pray you have found peace. And what of you, grandson? And what of you, grandson? Has the turmoil in your heart subsided at last? I suppose so. Though, to be honest, it felt like I made my peace with him before we even fought. Because you finally saw him for what he was, and accepted that truth into your heart. The battle was but an afterthought. Huh. Easy for you to say. You didn't have to cross blades with the bloke. By the way, I've brought you some gifts. The 3 royal relics of Wilbert. Then Brandon was safeguarding both the bracelet and the choker. And now it's your turn to look after the whole lot. That's what Lady Soldia and her knight would have wanted, I reckon. Yes, of course. That their souls may sleep soundly for evermore, we shall enshrine these relics for all eternity. Now that that's settled, I suppose we should be on our way. There's a detour I'll have to take, but afterwards I like to speak with you back at the usual spot in the Crystarium. Be well, Sol-Ul. I think that one has a bright life ahead of him. Few can find the strength to overcome such terrible tragedy, but he did. As have you, on no few occasions, I'm sure. It has been a pleasure, sweet. Do visit me should you ever yearn to hear an old fool prattle on and on. So, then, let's go back to the Crystarium. So, it was the pendants. No. Ah, there. Well, Matsune, glad to see you made it back safe and sound. Having returned to where it all began, I can't help but think back to when I first came here, thinking only of the Kaiosune and my revenge. I was so wrapped up in my own personal affairs that I didn't realize I was only pushing others away. Glynard was the only one who saw through the facade. He's a perceptive one. I took one look at me when I got back and broke into a smile. But enough about him. I have yet to thank you properly, sweet. I owe you so much for sticking with me to the end. So what's next for you, Sinner? Good question. Can't say I feel at home here or in Wright or anywhere else, so I might spend some time on the road. I may not be as skilled a fighter as you, but I reckon I'm better than most, and there's always someone in need of a reliable sword hand. Melinda would want me to use my talents for a noble purpose, and helping folks in need fits the bill. Hells, isn't that what Brandon and his comrades wound up doing in the end? So, let's not call it a goodbye. Let's just say until the next hunt. Wheresoever you go, may you find shade, Sinner. Complete. Speaker for the right house. So, let's see. Achievement. So, speaker for the right house. So, and now we have all 4 of them. Okay. You can now get the item level 430 gear, but you have to complete special main scenario quest. So let me show you this main scenario of Shadowbringers and the Illuminated Land, a level 80 quest, need to be completed in the Tempest. And then you can have the gear. I will show you where you can get it. So let's go to the Ondo Cups. So here we go, Greenort. And here you can see I have already done the quests for the physical and magical DPS as well as for the healer. And here we have the tank gear. So because my paladin is at level 80, I can have the gear for my paladin. Weapon, shield, and the armor. So, and I guess if I have the next class at level 80, I can come back and can have my gear for this class. So, but for now, let me wear this. Aha, nice. Okay. So, yes. So now we have item level 423. Yes. Okay, nice. So, this is the gear 430 item level. Really cute, really nice. So, okay. And now I can follow up with the main scenario. That was it for now. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye bye.